You might ask why the snow looks white while the water is transparent. Here the water looks black because of the asphalt or the concrete. But why is the snow white? The answer to that, if you look carefully at the snow, you discover that it is granules or little particles, because it is made from water that is frozen. The electrons of the ice or the snow are limited in motion, so they are stuck in crystals. Because they are stuck in crystals, when you shine light on them or electromagnetic waves, they don't oscillate freely. They are limited by the crystals they are tied to. Because of that, they only oscillate in whatever direction the crystal allows. In other way, if you look at very close to the snow particles, the electrons of every particle, every atom, oscillate only in the matrix or the design of the crystal. Therefore, the snow will reflect light in all directions because the electrons in every direction oscillate in that crystal only. They cannot oscillate wherever the light wants them to oscillate. That makes the snow or the ice reflect light in all directions, and it makes it look white. The white is the mix of the colors of the spectrum of the light from the sun. Does it transmit light? Transmits little light depending on how dense the snow is. The water is different. The water does not have crystal. The molecules of the water are not very stuck in rigid structure. So the electrons of the water, molecules or particles or atoms, oscillate according to the surface of the water. So when you have an electromagnetic wave or light striking water, it can force the electron to oscillate in two directions on the surface depending on the angle of incidence of the light. That makes the light transmits a lot of energy into the medium, but it reflects. If you look at here at this part of the water, you can see the picture, a reflection from water. So water has a surface of two-dimensional surface, like a flat surface that is bonded together by a surface tension. And it is free for the electron to oscillate on the surface of the water. But the snow is not. The snow is stuck in crystals. It cannot reflect it cannot make a mirror. It does not reflect in a mirror or a homogeneous way. It reflects in all directions. It makes it look white. The other question you might have, why is the snow stuck in crystals? You'll say because of the temperature. It has low temperature, so the properties of the water at this kind of temperature make it stuck in crystal or freezes, called the freezing point. So how do atoms feel the temperature? That's a very tough question, because you have to tie the temperature of the atom or the electrons to the electromagnetic energy of light, or the energy of light. The energy of light is half, and you square the H with the magnetic field and square the E with the electric field of the electromagnetic wave. That will give you the energy of the light that falls on the ice or the water or the material. That energy is transmitted or changed into temperature on the atomic level according to Boltzmann equation, which means the energy equals 2/3 of a constant, Boltzmann constant, multiplied by the absolute temperature. That is, and by the way, this is the temperature, the absolute temperature of the atoms as a function of the energy of light. That is the only equation that you can link the energy of light, electromagnetic wave, the H and the E, or magnetic and electric energy of the light wave, to the temperature of the atoms. So when the electrons receive the radiation, electromagnetic radiation, their temperature changes in terms of motion or electric level or energy level around in the molecule or the compound or the atom. According to that loss or gain of energy that changes the temperature of the atoms, it will determine how strong is the bond between one atom and the other, consequently whether the atom is going to, or the molecule is going to be frozen or liquid. That is a very quick answer of how the snow turns into a solid crystal or solid substance when it freezes, and how it feels the temperature, and why water does not have that rigid structure, and why the snow is white and heterogeneous, or what you call it, incoherent. The reflection is in all directions, while the water has a very smooth surface and it has a partial mirror. If you look at that image in the reflection in the water, that real picture is right here. How much energy you get in the water from reflection? No more than 5% reflection and 95% transmission of energy inside the water. The snow is a very good insulator because it reflects everything. You can accumulate the snow and make yourself a house and compact it together, and you are going to feel inside warm like sitting in a wooden house, because it reflects radio electromagnetic waves, and it does not transmit, does not absorb a lot of the radiation from outside. When you are inside a house made of snow, it will also reflect the energy to the inside, so you are not going to lose a lot. Of course, you are going to be at somewhere 32 degrees Fahrenheit or 0 degrees centigrade, and we are in the middle of January. This is Idaho.